Why say the 2.5-hour Putin-Trump talk could reset the next 10 years? Very simple. On the Russia-Ukraine chessboard, there are only two players, the US and Russia, while Europe and Ukraine are pieces. Once the players decide to end the game, the pieces' fate is sealed. 3 years of blood and war, ruins everywhere. Ukraine battered into a wasteland, Europe dragged to exhaustion, the US piling on 10,000-plus sanctions. By any logic, Washington and Moscow should be mortal enemies. Yet what happened? On a red carpet at a military airfield, Trump clapped, smiled, and greeted Putin like an old friend. Then came the jaw-dropping moment. He invited Putin into the presidential limo, and Putin sat right in. With that small move, both men signaled, "This is our relationship." Moscow caught it instantly. MFA spokeswoman Zakharova mocked Western media. "You shouted about isolating Russia for 3 years, but today the US president welcomes ours on a red carpet." A slap that left Europe's old hands dizzy. And Trump gave more than courtesy. As Putin stepped off the ramp, a B-2 roared past with 4 F-35s overhead, while F-22s stood on both sides of the runway. Classic Trump show of force. We can be friends, but don't forget who calls the shots. Putin, ex-KGB, 2 decades as Russia's president, didn't blink. The counter was pure symbolism. Before flying to Alaska, he detoured to Magadan to bow and lay flowers at a World War II US-Soviet memorial. During the summit, Lavrov swaggered in a sweater, stamped CCCP. After the meeting, Putin didn't rush out. He went to a local cemetery, knelt, and placed red roses on the graves of Soviet pilots. Not just nostalgia, a demonstration. "We were once your partners, and a rival that could make you tremble. Our backbone has never been soft." At this level, every detail is a blade. The bout was supposed to be one-on-one. The White House changed it to 3-on-3, afraid Trump might, in the heat of the moment, sell out Ukraine, or even all of Europe. After nearly 3 hours behind closed doors, the hints dropped. Putin said, "There is new progress," and warned Europe and Ukraine not to sabotage it. Trump said, "We reached an agreement. Only one most important issue remains." No one knows what that is. That's exactly how top-tier deals are done, in the room. Then came the mutual hype. Putin said that if Trump had been in office, the Ukraine crisis would not have happened. Trump, clearly pleased, praised their wonderful relationship and called Putin a tough leader. Asked to rate the summit, Trump shot back, 10 out of 10. Putin, on camera and in English, next time in Moscow. Trump, "That may well happen." Battlefields drown in blood and grudges, yet the pivot came from 2 old acquaintances laughing in Alaska. August 17th, the 3rd day after the summit, EU Commission President von der Leyen announced she would join Macron, Meloni, Scholz, Starmer, Finland's President Stubb, and NATO's Stoltenberg to escort Zelensky to the US to meet Trump. In February, Zelensky had come alone and argued with Trump. Now Europe moves as a bloc to back him and demand answers. And the fuse for all of this was simply 2.5 hours of private talks, deciding the direction of the world with a smile and a conversation.